Good day. Hope everybody's having a good one out there. So I recently got a chance to sit back and listen to the new Jethro Tull album, RökFlöte, and I gotta say, right off rip, it feels like a more of a return to form of the older stuff than perhaps some of the other. I'll just like this probably make a few people upset, but a lot of Jethro Tull albums in the past have kind of sounded like Ian Anderson projects, not as much Jethro Tull. Where this album really has like a lot of that guitar flute stuff um of the older albums. There's a lot of that poetry's there. There's two releases that are out right now over on the YouTubes and stuff that are great. Probably the aiming for them to be the radio hits um, for good reason, but the whole album moves right along. I'm not gonna get too in depth track by track, but to say that the album starts out very very swift, keeps moving at a very good pace, and it's one of them like before you know it's done, and you don't realize how much time's passed because it does take you on this nice poetic journey that has this ancient. You can really feel the theme, and all the wordage that they're playing with like rock flute and the rune type aspect of it, being more of a almost something akin to a Nordic type of themed aspect, and I really I personally think that this album stacks up a lot better with the older albums than say the prior ones that have come before this. There have been some outliers, but by and large, personally, going back and listening to a lot of the Jethro Tull albums, it's like there are Jethro Tull songs in a mix of Ian Anderson music. I don't know if that comes across right, but and I know that a lot of people are going to say, well, there's no longer like the original members or whatever from that era, aside from Ian Anderson, um, but this album doesn't sound like that, and I think that's the very interesting thing about this album. I think people that if you dropped off listening to Jethro Tull, say in the late '80s, early '90s, or whatever, and you've only really listened to Jethro Tull that is played on the radio, and the greatest hits, like past masters or whatever it's called there. The Blue album. It's basically the greatest hits of Jethro Tull. If that's your your cup of tea, then you're gonna like this album. I think. Again, I really think people that have maybe dropped off and haven't heard any of the stuff. It's amazing that this band has made over 20 something albums. I mean, there's a lot of studio albums, but um, the the majority, objectively, of the hits lay with albums in the past. Um, but I think this album has a is an outlier in that it does connect the older feeling Jethro Tull with a newer age. So go check this album out. I think it's a solid album all the way through. I think it's got a great a journey to it. I think the poetry, all the guitar, the flute work with the guitaring is just so reminiscent of the old school Jethro Tull that everybody is accustomed to. And and there's just a lot of cool riffage and cool you know, uh, riffs that stick in your head, and it songs that beg you to listen to them again because they have cool riffs in them or cool just grooves that, and that awesome, again, that awesome guitar flute back and forth and togetherness and how they would, weave in and out together to make these melodies and such. That's that's right here, full frontal blam for you for the taking. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Have you heard this yet? What do you think? You agree, disagree, indifferent, on the fence? I don't know. Um, yeah, expect more reviews just like this. But I totally suggest going out. If you haven't heard this, go check this out. At least go, if you haven't already heard the two new singles that are out right now. Go check those out, and hey, go give it a chance. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's a pretty good album. So definitely hope everybody's having a great day out there. We will catch you in the next one. Have a good day.